Okay, children, shall we start then?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what was the last topic we left? Where we were?
Ma'am, we were in the vitamins and minerals.
So vitamins, I think we have completed, right? We
Yes,
have
ma'am.
discussed about the vitamin A, retinol. The other name also we have discussed, correct? The retinol, thiamine is B1, B2 is riboflavin, flavin. Then B3 is niacin, B12 is cobalamin, vitamin C is ascorbic acid, vitamin D is salsiflor, vitamin E is tocopherol, and vitamin K is for the blood clotting. Correct. Now, moving to the next one are the minerals. So, when we talk about these vitamins and minerals, it is not important that we have to consume in the high amount. It can be in the less amount also because the impact of them is high actually. Fine. So, it is like, sometimes you might have seen by yourself some of the perfumes, it creates lot of good fragrance with the one, spray of it. But some of the perfume, if you spray the whole bottle also, it does not create any kind of fragrance. So it happens with the vitamins and minerals also, though we take them in the less amount, but it creates very much of impact on our body. So that is why it is enough to have them in the less amount. Okay. Other thing is when we cook the food, especially about the vegetables, when we cook them, there is a vitamin C present in it. Okay. When we cook any kind of the vegetables and all, then vitamin C present in them will get destroyed. But ultimately, can we eat the vegetable without cooking it, without heating it?
No, ma'am.
No, right? We cannot eat them. It will not be tasting anything. So we basically are cooking them properly and then we are taking them. So during that time, vitamin C, which is present there, will get destroyed. Okay. Then coming to the minerals, they are also required by the body in a very, very, very less amount. And we are taking specifically, if any mineral, if I talk on, we all are taking it. If I talk about iron, are we taking the iron? I think we discussed about that activity also, that anemic, if you are not taking the iron in a proper amount, then in that case, a person will be anemic. So you can try by seeing your hands, by climbing the stairs. If you are not breathing faster, then it means you have a good enough of the hemoglobin. So iron has a pigment which has the hemoglobin, and that hemoglobin basically should be good in amount so that we can work efficiently. The different sources are there for the iron. Like if the non-vegetarian person are there, they will have a good source of the meat actually. If not, then the honey is there, apple is there, leafy vegetables are there, banana are there. So they all provide the good amount of the iron. So make sure that as a small kids, you should have, one banana every day. If not banana, see, I can suggest you honey also, but what is happening? The honey is not the pure form of it. So what they're doing, they're mixing other kind of the chemicals and all so as to, increase the amount of the honey production. So that is why I will not be suggesting you to eat the honey. Instead of that, you can have on daily basis one banana and one apple. So when you take that, then automatically the level of iron in your body will get increased. Okay. And it will lead to the when the iron level will increase, then definitely the formation of the hemoglobin in your body will increase. The red blood cells will increase in your body. And then ultimately the disease called as anemia will not be there. So anemia generally will be there in the kids, not in the adults, because anyhow adults have gone through their phases and all, and whatever the food they have eaten, and accordingly the hemoglobin will be there. But during that time, during my age also, I will not be saying that I'm anemic person. I can say that in my body the hemoglobin rate is less, or I can say hemoglobin rate is more. But in a person like you, in a kids like you, we always say that the person is anemic, the child is anemic. It is because you are in the stage where you can develop it by yourself, right? By eating the fruits or the vegetables and all. But we are not in the stage that we can develop it. What only we can do is we can try eating banana or apple and all, but ultimately we have to rely on the medicines. Do you know why it is so? I'm such an old person. Triloky, I'm such an old person that I have to eat medicine rather than eating the banana and the apple. No, right? So I'll tell you what happens generally as we are increasing in our, year by year, and when we reach almost to 40 years, right now I'm not 40, okay? So I can also eat the banana and apple. bananas and the apples. So, but yes, after the age of 40, 45, and 50, during that time, what happened? Our body will stop taking all those nutrients and they stop utilizing them for their functioning of it. That is why what happened, though the person who drinks, the milk at the age of 50 or who eats so much of vegetables or fruit at the age of 50, the effect of effect of those vegetables or the fruits will not be there in the body. Why? Because the body has stopped absorbing those nutrients in the body. But the person who is below than the 50 years of age, what is happening automatically? Whatever the nutrients are present in that particular food item, the body absorb it. The body take it easily. And that's the reason a person with the 50 years or the above age, they have to take the medicines because the body is not absorbing it. Body is not taking those nutrients and all. Okay. That is why the medicine is only the source of using it. Or otherwise, the pregnant ladies also. So because the pregnant lady is carrying the child also in the body, right? Body of her. So what happened immediately during the time of the pregnancy also, immediately after the pregnancy also, they will be giving some of the iron tablets because during the journey of the pregnancy, what happened? The hemoglobin in the body gets so less because of the child. That is why they will be from the day one till the last day of the delivery, and after delivery also, they will be giving the iron medicines because the body is under a stage where the nothing can be absorbed by the body because it is under the recovery process and all. That is why that medicines we have to take it artificially so that body can absorb the iron and we can get the health and automatically we can get the hemoglobin in the body. Clear? Then the next one is the calcium. Calcium is a good source by the banana. You can get it, milk you can get it, then pulses you can get it. Just a minute. So the second one is the calcium, basically milk products, pulses also. Though we say pulses will be giving us, the protein. Definitely, yes. Proteins will be high amount in the pulses, but yes, they also provide us the certain amount or less amount of the calcium from it. Then the eggs are also there. So why it is needed to have the calcium so as to have the strong bones and the teeth, right? But nowadays, what is happening? We small kids and all, we're eating so much of chocolates, right? When your boy is coming, when your masi means mother's sister, bua is father's sister.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes,
going.
Shriyansh, you're doing saying something?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my Masi just left yesterday, ma'am. She came here for 1 week. My
No,
Masi.
your voice is not audible to me, Shriyansh.
Yes, ma'am. My Masi came last week, ma'am. Like this week, ma'am.
Okay. So whenever they come, we will be eagerly waiting for the chocolates only, right? So they will be getting the chocolates for us, right? In my case, the same thing happens. I do not give. My kids are going to be almost 2 years. I do not give. They do not know what is chocolate even. In fact, right now also at the age of 2. But when I go to my sister's home, her son is also almost like 2 years old. What happens? He knows what is chocolate, what is toffee. He knows it very, very clearly. And my kids, I'll tell you what happened. I think last Sunday, so yesterday only. I think Saturday, I guess. Saturday, first Feb. Neha, you are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this Saturday, actually, I went to the hospital for the vaccination of my kids. Okay. Then what happened here? It's like, to pamper the kids, and my kids are 2 years, like almost you know that. So to pamper the kids after the injection, what do they do? They will be giving chocolate to them. Fine. So like they will be crying a lot, and doctors they will generally give the chocolates. So what happened? My kids they took the chocolate in the hand, and ultimately they gave it to me actually, like because they don't know what was it. It was a Dairy Milk chocolate, and they gave it to me. So doctor was like, "Why they have given to you? They should eat it, right?" I said, "Like they should eat it. They will never eat it." So I do not allow them. I do not allow them because of this reason only. Because if they start taking the chocolates, it's a kind of addiction. You will be liking it so much. The more you will take it, the more you likeness you will it will be there, right? I'm a person who cannot live without chocolate. Dairy milk is my favorite one. Now what happened? Now I am eating it. I know side effects will be there, but ultimately, can I do the same wrong thing with my kids? My parents did not stop me, but I can stop my kids, right? So that's the reason we should have the control of all these things. We are not getting anything from the chocolate, not even a single nutrient we are getting it. The only thing is we're getting is taste. They're very tasty actually. So I do not allow them, and they will be eating only the proper kind of the things and all, like khichdis, rice are there, rajmas are there, beans are there, which are rich in nutrients and vitamins. Because I did not had during my time. I was very, particular about the food. I need only junk food, all those things. So I pose it in my kids' case. So we have to be particular, and you all should take care of your teeth and bones, because after certain age, what happens? The bones of the body will start aching actually, start paining. So when you walk, you will not be able to walk much. You get so tired. So that is because of the calcium, because of the iron, because of sodium and phosphorus which is present in your body. Okay. So next one is the phosphorus, which is also required for the development of the bones and the teeth in the body. And also they are important for making the energy rich compound in the cells of our body. So whatever cells we have in our body, so what do they do? Along with the phosphorus, they will be creating such kind of the compounds which gives them the energy. So for that, phosphorus is important source of it. Now, where will be getting this phosphorus? Phosphorus we get it from the meat, fish, eggs, wheat. So wheat, what we are eating that provide us the phosphorus. Milk, cheese, paneer, all these are what? They are the product of it. Okay, Shriyansh?
Nuts also.
Nuts also, yes, it is there. Right. So if we do not take the phosphorus, the teeth and the bones will become weak actually. So sometimes you might have, and then, what? See, I forgot. I was talking about chocolate for one reason. Nowadays, what is happening? The 1 year child actually who is eating the chocolate, when they come to 1.5 years, 2 years, the teeth of the child, is getting degrade, getting destroy actually. Like I have seen in my sister's, kid also. I have two sisters, and one sister has like same as like my kid, the 2 years old, and the second sister who is younger than me, she has 2.5-year-old child. Okay, and that child actually eats so much of chocolates, because whenever he goes to my mother's home, whenever he comes to say anywhere else, what we do, we give chocolates actually. I give to him, but I do not give it to my kids actually. So he had so much of chocolate that now the whole of the teeth, whatever he has got, has a cavity, so much of the cavity at the age of just 2.5. So you can imagine that nowadays these chocolates are creating so much of problem. Now, the people will be saying, our grandparents will be saying that they are the temporary teeth only. They are the milk teeth only. They have to fall down and the permanent teeth has to come. So no problem. Is it okay? Is it like that? Like, they have the milk teeth that will fall down, and whenever the new teeth, the permanent teeth are going to come, that will be good enough. No, it
But,
is not.
but
Yeah.
if early tooth loss can cause many problems, well.
Yes. The reason why, because their grandparents also say the same thing. They said the same thing to that small boy or the mother also, that nothing happens. Let him eat chocolate, no problem. These are the milk teeth. They will fall down and the permanent teeth will come. That will be fine. Permanent teeth will
Then
be
you
okay.
also
It's not like that. Hmm.
tell them my all tooth are fallen down. I don't. That's not a. If my tooth was only eight, hardly eight permanent tooth came and all are milk only.
Oh, that's what, like, it is actually depending upon you all, and how we are actually doing the things. So now the reason what will happen, the milk teeth will fall down anytime, maybe age of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, anytime whenever they fall down. But what happen, those kind of the infection, those kind of the cavities are such that much that they will go to the enamel part of our teeth. Do you know what is the enamel part of the teeth, where the roots will be there, right? The roots will be there, who will be holding it, right? That will go to the enamel part of the teeth. Now you tell me, once they are fall down, maybe I am telling you the milk teeth has been fallen down. Now in that case, those germs cannot travel to the permanent teeth. They can move actually. They can move the germs from the enamel. They can go easily to the permanent milk also, permanent teeth also. So we can't stop them. It's ultimately the huge loss. So it's too much. Don't actually don't eat too much of chocolate. It creates so much of the problem. So teeth problem, it means you will not be able to eat salt thing. You will not be able to eat the sweet thing. It will have the feeling like some kind of sensation you will have in the teeth. And make sure that twice you should brush your teeth. That is very 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 important. Twice you should do it. And after each meal or whatever, whenever you eat it, make sure that you should have the habit of gargling. Gargling is must actually. You know why the reason gargling is must? That whatever, sometimes when we eat, the food will get stuck somewhere in between the teeth and all. So gargle, with the help of the gargle, what happened? Those kind of the stuck food item will come out of the teeth and it will not create any kind of problem. And if something gets stuck there, then it creates problem. It starts creating the germs there. And germs will be feeding on our teeth and then again the problem. So
Now,
gargling is the best. Hmm?
now I saw many kids these days, when I go to my relatives' house and all, in like age of 4 or 5, they'll have cavities in them.
That's what Shiansh, I'm telling you. In my own family, I've seen that small kid, 2.5 years old. He has the cavity. Imagine if right now he has a cavity, then what happened when he is going to grow up, right? So much of problems will be there. Okay. Then the next one is the sodium, which is present in the common salt. We all are taking it. Now again, same problem. Salt also we should not take in high amount because it also creates problem, and we should not take in the less amount also. It also creates the problem. So the amount should be much. And if anyone is taking in high amounts, generally it happens with our father actually. Our fathers, they will be saying it is less salty. You have to add more salt. You are not adding salt. Add more salt. They will be instructing like this. So why more salt? And when I eat, actually, I feel that has already so much of salt. Why he's asking for the salt and all? So fathers are like this. They will be asking to keep on adding the salt to it. So, but we should always, tell him that it is not good for the health. It can create so much of, health issues and all. So, and that is actually related to the nervous system. So, when we take so much of maybe salt, then nervous system will, stop functioning properly. And we can get the muscle cramp also. What do you mean by muscle cramp? Have you ever noticed muscle cramp in your body? Huh? Tell me, Shivansh.
I play football, ma'am, so I know
Huh.
muscle. So
Yes.
I think so, ma'am, when a muscle gets contracted because of like maybe blood circulation stops, ma'am.
Okay.
So that's why.
Correct. That's very good, Shivansh. You are almost correct. So what happened, he actually is playing football, so he know about that cramp and all. But generally, what happened in human beings, we use the night time or not time the night time. If any time in your school also, you're sitting in the ground, or if you're sitting on the floor also in your home, you might have noticed like when you sit by holding by joining both the legs together, you feel like after some time you will not be able to move your leg, or you will not able to lift your leg. That is because of the cramp only, and that cramp happen because of the insufficient supply of the oxygen. Because when you are sitting at one position, you are not allowing the oxygen to move actually through the blood, and you are stopping the movement of the oxygen through the blood. So for that reason, you start getting the pain and all, and immediately, like a second, when you take your leg up, you feel relief. Why you feel relief? Because again the blood circulation started in our body. So that is why the cramping will be there. In the night time, what happened when we sleep in our one side, like you might be knowing which is your side actually, like sometimes we sleep on our left hand side. The complete body will be on the left hand side, right? The legs on the left hand side, left. Sometimes we sleep on the right hand side, and we forget that we have to change the position also in the night time because we are in the deep sleep might be. So during that time also, we feel like some of the problem or some of the kind of the cramp in our legs, and that also can be cured by jerking the legs, so that the movement of the oxygen can become properly. So that happens because of the deficiency of the oxygen. And then the amount of the salt we should take in is a good amount, not so much, not so less. And if we are not taking it, then problem will be there, which can lead to the muscle cramp. The next one is the iodine. Iodine is also present in the salt. That is why you might have heard iodized salt. So that should be taken. If we are not taking it, then in that case, there will be a problem in the neck region. Start getting swelled up, and because of that, we can get, the problem of the neck. Then the last one is like the fluoride. What is fluoride? Fluorine is also the kind of the mineral which is important to for the teeth actually. The reason why, because that fluorine, from where do we get fluorine? I'll tell you, we will be getting it from the water only. Fine. So the water will have that, the fishes will have that. So these are rich in the fluorine. The normal water what we drink is rich in the fluorine. So if we do not drink much amount of the water in that case, the enamel part will not get hard enough. Okay. So this the fluorine makes our teeth or the enamel hard so that it can prevent the dental caries. Dental caries, it means the infection which is there in the down part of the teeth. Fine. So for that, the fluorine is important to have it in the diet, and that is what we all are eating and drinking, right? We are drinking the water directly, or we are taking it in the form of the fruits also. Fruits have a lot of water in it. Then the vegetable also to prepare it, we are adding the water. So these are the different sources we are getting the water. But yes, make sure that as a small kids and all, you should after every 15 minutes you should have a sip of the water. Sip of the water does not mean drinking the whole water together and then okay, Manisha ma'am, she said that, yeah, I have to drink water. I have now drank it. Now I will not be drinking for the whole day. No, it will not work out. Sipping means after 15 minutes, just a small sip of it so that your body can function properly. The circulation on your body can become properly. If you take it all together, then the body will not realize where the water has to go actually, where the water has to move actually. So that is why after 15 minutes gap or 20 minutes gap interval, you have to take a sip of it so that the circulation can be proper.
And this happened with me also, ma'am, in HP period where I play football. I thought, ma'am, after 2 periods I'll drink water. So after coming, ma'am, I drank whole bottle. After that, my stomach started like paining, ma'am.
Because the space will not be there. The like sometimes we get confused by looking to a different pathway. Same way the body also get confused. If you give so much of things all together, so much of water all together, the body will not realize where it has to go and start creating problems. So instead of going to the proper area, proper where space wherever it is needed, start going to the stomach area and create problem there. Okay. Then the next one we have the dietary fibers, which are also called as the roughage. What is the main function of the roughage?
And it's,
Mama helps in proper digestion.
materials from our body.
Mama helps in
Correct.
proper digestion.
Correct, Neha Shian. So they will be helping us to get rid of the undigested food, or we can say, as Neha mentioned, that for the digestion process. So fruits, vegetables, these all are things also provide the mineral, water, vitamins and minerals, but at the same time, there are also the roughage, which will be helping us to get rid of the, you know, mm, digest the food and get rid of the unwanted food and all. For example, guava. Guava is a very good source of the roughage. So I actually started eating in the night time. I don't have any problem, but I started just like since I heard it like so to experiment on myself. I started eating guava after the dinner and all. So we almost complete the dinner by 7:30 or 8, like maximum 7:30 we completed. So generally by 8:30 or by 9, what I do is I just take one guava. I started eating it on a daily basis now, and ultimately I found it, to be very effective. Actually, it is. So when we take the guava after the meal, it's not like immediately after the meal, but yes, after a gap of 1 hour, 1.5 hours, you should take it. And I felt like the body feels little light. You don't feel like you had so much of the food you had it in the whole day. After eating it, you feel so relaxed, so light and all. And guava is tasty also. It's not like the bitter gourd kind of thing. So you can also make it in a diet and all, eating guava after the meal, after gap of 1 hour. And after eating the guava, don't sleep immediately. The reason why, because guava has the seeds, right? So when you take those seeds, you will be chewing it, right? And those seeds are a little hard of it. So immediately when you sleep after eating it, then the body will not be functioning properly, right? So chewing or the digestion of that seeds will not happen properly. So once you take the guava, again you should half an hour you can give the gap and then you can sleep it so that the digestion can get complete.
Ma'am, in the last
Mhm.
class, you told that before night you should think about 15 minutes walking.
Yes. Did you start working on that?
Yes, ma'am.
How it was, Shiansh?
I remember I felt very refreshing.
Yes, actually, that process is very refreshing. And if you start doing it now, when you come to your higher classes, you will be finding it out the easiest way to recall everything, whatever you have learned in the whole day. So that you can do. That's very good, Shianshi. Try doing that.
Also, ma'am, I used to forget, ma'am, if any test is there or anything. After using that, ma'am, I forgot to keep my English book, ma'am. I suddenly remembered and kept it, ma'am.
Okay, that's good. So recalling is helping you so as to escape from the fear of the teacher. Okay, so that's the pitch. So these all things we have to include it so that we can get rid of the unwanted kind of the things and all. And also the digestion process will be happening in our body in a proper way, and constipation will not be there. So much food when we eat it, what happens? The constipation chances are there. So with the help of the roughage, we will be getting rid of it. The next one is the water. Water is a very good source, which is already present in our water in our body, which is our 70% of our body weight. Different sources are there for the water, and different uses are there. It can be in the form of the vegetable, it can be in the form of the fruits, it can be in the form of the curry, it can be in the form of directly, taking it. So it help our body to absorb the nutrients. So whatever the nutrients, see, eating the food alone will not be working, right? So we have to give something so that it can get mixed and it can use it up, right? So if I say you have only, the Maggie packet I am giving you and I'm asking you to cook it. So will you be able to cook it without water? No, right? So there should be something which can be mixed along with it to make it little soft. So khichdi, only with the dal and only with the rice, you cannot make it. You need the water. So that is why the water is an important source to absorb all the kinds of the nutrients, whatever is present in the body. Then also with the help of the water, the transportation of the nutrients will be there to the body. Then along with that, the waste material, whatever the waste materials we are producing in our body, that also will be transported through the water only in the form of urine and the sweat. So sweat and the urine, they are the two kind of the waste product which we are generating. Then after that, it is also important to for the chemical reaction. So there are so many chemical reaction happening in our body, which we call them as a metabolism. Okay, so metabolism is a process where it is a sum total of all the chemical reactions. So right now we all are sitting right, but at the same time, so many processes are happening. Maybe I had some biscuits. My biscuits are churning, rolling, bowling, all those things they are doing it right. So everything is happening. It's not like I am talking, so my body system has not working. It is working altogether. So that is also happening. Those reactions are called as a metabolism. So you might have heard the people will be saying that the metabolism of that child is good, or they will be saying the metabolism of that person is less. It means that the capability of the body to actually function in proper way. If it functions in a proper way, then we say it has a high metabolism. And if it does not function, then we say it has a low metabolism. The child has a low metabolism. So it is very important that in our body, whatever the reactions are there, that should work in a proper way to have the good metabolism. Okay, so it will be working with the help of the water. That is why these are the functions for transportation of minerals, transportation of the nutrients, absorption of the nutrients, removal of the waste product from the body in the form of the urine and the sweat. Then also for the chemical reaction which happens in our body to make them properly, we need them. Now there is a one word called as the hydration, dehydration. What do you mean by that? Hydration and dehydration.
Hydration. Some ma'am, after like you told ma'am, after 15-20 minutes, our body needs water, ma'am, to work function properly, ma'am. So when we get dehydrated, we have to drink water to get hydrated, ma'am.
Correct. So dehydration and hydration basically they are the process where in one of the condition called as hydration, we are taking ample of the water in the different form of it, be it the food, be it the vegetable. And one more thing, it's ma'am has said that 15 minutes means 15 minutes. No, it depends upon your food item also. Maybe you had the apple, or maybe you had the oranges, or maybe you had the guava. Immediately after eating the fruits, you should not take the water. It can have the side effect of also. Fine. So if any fruits, if you're eating it, then don't take the water. In that case, at least half an hour gap you should give it. because already that fruit contains some or the other kind of the chemical along with the water. And if you take the additional water, then they will fight with each other and it creates problem. Okay, so give the gap. If you are eating any kind of the fruits, give the gap of half an hour and then only drink the water. So hydration, where your body has the ample of the water, whereas other condition will be there, the body does not have the water. In that case, we have to drink it and make it hydrated condition. So generally, they will be saying during the summer time that drink lot of water to stay hydrated. It means you should drink it so that the body will get it and you will not feel, tired, or you will not be feeling so hot and all. So that is why it is important to have it. Clear? How many drink of water we should drink in a day?
From 7 to 8 glasses of water.
Yes.
Ma'am,
I can say,
can you,
tell me,
can you repeat?
how many glasses of water we should take in a day to stay healthy?
No, I don't count in glasses, I count in bottles.
So how many bottles do you have it? Three.
Yeah.
Three, what is the size of your water bottle? It is 1 liter or 500? This is, I think, almost 1 liter.
1 liter.
So 1 liter. So it means almost 3 liters, which is a good enough actually. It's good enough. Because somewhere one glass, it depends upon the glass also, which glass we are talking about. So three bottles are good enough. So I am also actually taking this water bottle. This is 1 liter. So in a day, if I have the class continuously, this two bottles will also be less. But if I don't have the class, then whole day it will be like this only. So since it is winter season here, so we are not taking much amount of the water right now. Otherwise, we have to be in the washroom only all the time. So okay. That's the reason. Okay. Then athletes first and the sports person, they should take the good amount of the water so that, they do not, because they have to do a lot of exercise, physical work, activity they have to do. And what happens automatically when they do a lot of exercise and all, the sweat will be releasing, right? When the sweat gets released, automatically the water gets released out of the body. So as to maintain both the things together, they have to take more amount of the water in the body. So that is how it will be working. Then the next one is the balanced diet. Balanced diet is a very, very important diet. Before that, what is diet? Diet is actually 3 meals in a day. So whatever we are eating in a one time, that we called as a diet. So three major diet we are taking: breakfast, lunch, and then dinner. Right? So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, three diets we are taking. So it is being said that the breakfast we should take like as a king. So breakfast we should take as like we are the king. The lunch we should take as like a normal person, and the dinner we should take like a beggar. Why so?
And because after sleeping for so many hours, our body needs energy, ma'am. So breakfast should be heavy, ma'am. And then after breakfast, we have to give 3 to 4 hours, and we have to eat like a normal person, like it can be a small meal, ma'am. And dinner, ma'am, of course we'll eat some snacks. And dinner, but dinner, ma'am, where our body after eating, ma'am, we have to sleep, ma'am. So, digestion will not be so effective that time, ma'am.
Correct. So that's what, like, Neha, you also want to answer about this?
Yes.
Okay. So that's correct actually. So what happened when when we're eating the breakfast, we should always think like we are the king and we can eat any, how much ever whatever we wanted to have it. But when it comes for the afternoon meal, then again, the body slows down. So we have to make sure that we should not take much because it is not required for the body. Then last dinner, if we take more in amount, then what happened? The body will not be able to get digested, and automatically the stomach problem, the acidity problem, we all start getting it. But generally, are we doing that? No, none of us. I think out of, if I talk on 100%, 99.9% people are not doing that, which is very, very wrong. I'm also not doing it actually. I'm not so proud of it, but yes, I'm not doing it. But yes, I started to follow it somehow. In the morning, generally what happens in my home, we will not be preparing the lunch. We do not go for the lunch. We directly go for the brunch. Brunch means it's all together the breakfast and the lunch. So in the morning, 10:30, I'll be taking it as a kind of brunch, and then in the lunch during the lunch time, we will have the small snacks kind of a thing. It can be poha, it can be, ape, it can be any other kind of, thing. And then directly dinner we will be going, which is again the heavy dinner we will be going. So that is a major problem we are getting it. So since what happened, we are skipping the lunch thing and all, the slight thing we are happening. So by the time we reach at the end of the day, we feel again so hungry. And every third, fourth day, we all will be seated together, the family members, and then again we will be coming. Oh no, tomorrow onwards we will be following this. In the evening time, we will not be eating much, we will be eating this only. Okay, I should prepare the sabudana, I should prepare only the poha in the night time, I should prepare only this. So again, we will be sitting and we will be making the list for the dinner. 2 days we will be following, and third day again back to the junk food in the dinner time. So that is what is happening with us. Yes, Shriyansh?
We are doing it opposite, ma'am. Dinner we are eating so much, lunch also, and after breakfast, ma'am, because of hurry of like work, ma'am, we are eating less, ma'am.
That's what actually the main problem is. We have to do it in the opposite way. The breakfast should be the heaviest one, the lunch should be the normal kind, and the last one, dinner one. It's better actually in the dinner time. We can have, the fruits, we can have the vegetables alone, and we can have, such kind of thing which does not create much impact in our body. If we eat them, our body should feel, light only. So that food we should go for it. And you might have heard about broccoli, right? Broccoli is a very good, actually, the vegetable which makes your body so active. The face will start glowing after eating. The hairs will be healthy, black dark in color. Amla is also a very good source of it. So at least a one amla you can eat a day on daily basis. Broccoli in different forms you can make it actually. Either you can boil it, either you can eat simply also, either you can boil it, either you can roast it also. So anyways you can take it. It's very good actually for the health. Yes,
Ma'am,
Shansh?
yes, ma'am, that's why I saw so many like stars, ma'am, like athletes and all, they eat a lot of broccoli, ma'am. Like in the
They will, because it's a very, very, very good source. Whatever the problem our body has, the broccoli has a resolution, solution for that. The only thing is, we should know how much to take it. It should not be like ma'am has said we have to take it. We are eating only the broccoli. No, each and everything should have a proper, the gap, the amount also. Neither we should not take anything in such a big amount, neither in less amount. So broccoli, if you're eating, so how much ever you feel like to eat, you should eat it, not much in a time. So daily, maybe, somewhere 5 florets. Florets means upper part of that, broccoli. So, or the cauliflower also has the florets. So that 5 is enough actually. 5 to 6, you can add them in your daily diet, be it in the morning, be it in the evening, be it any time. You can have them. You can roast them in the ghee also without roasting also. If you can eat simply also, you can eat them. But this guava in the night time, broccoli in the daytime, water whole day. Make this as a habit. You you will be shining actually when you come to your college and all. You will be shining, you'll be brightening, all those things will be there. No need to get the creams and all, because creams have so much of chemicals into it. So that will not be helping for the long time. But these vegetables or the water can help you for the long duration. Okay, so just have this in your diet. Okay, so balance diet we will be starting. Then after that, we have to start with the deficiency of diseases. That will be the last topic there. Okay, and once we are done with this two part, which is about the food and the components of food, I'll be starting with the living organism and their surrounding, or the body movements I'll be revising. Out of these two, any one I will be revising, and that's it. I think then. Anything you wanted to say or share?
ma'am, I want to ask something, ma'am. That if I heard somewhere, ma'am, that every day if we shower, the good bacteria also get removed. So we have to shower like 2 or 1 day.
No,
Okay.
no. It's not like that. It's better to have the hygiene thing. Those bacteria, good bacteria always keep on coming and always keep on dying actually. So it's like, replacing the old one. So that will be working every time. But if you do not, take bath frequently, then in that case, it creates lot of unhygienic thing. And instead of the good bacteria, the bad bacteria will start attacking the body in a high rate.
Okay.
So we should not do that. So I have seen like, so many people like small 2 years or 1 year kids will be there. The parents are not letting them bath, They are saying, no, it's very, very cold here. We should not. And 2 to 3 days, they're not taking bath actually. My kids, not even a single day, I will not allow them without bathing. I have to. It's like the whatever, things you do it in the earlier age that they will be following. Otherwise, what happened when they grow up? They will be not bathing. Is it okay? No, it's not okay. It's not okay. So anyhow, you are in the home only, right? What kind of cold they will be getting? They will not be getting any cold. So the thing is, we have to take precaution that since they are very small, they will be running here and there without wearing the shoes or sleepers and all. We have to make sure that they are on the bed with the proper kind of the towel and all those things. So these things matters a lot. But you don't have, I think, the cold season there, right? It's a good actually, with the cold season, we have to wear so many clothes and then can't go anywhere. That is also the problem.
I got cold. My shower is cold water.
Okay.
Like it was not.
Here,
I bath regularly in cold water, but that day it was so cold and so.
go.
Uh,
So this happen. This can happen actually, which is not a bad sign. It is good sign because your body is adapting to it, adapting to the changes whatever you're giving to it. So with the small kids itself, we can start doing all this kind of a things. Earlier, I was never used to take them out actually, thinking that the climate, all those things. But then I thought when they are going to grow up, then they will not be able to adapt to the such kind of environment. And then started taking them out, roaming here and there, but with me only, not without me. Okay then, children. We'll meet you soon then.
bye, thank you, ma'am. Have
Bye
a
bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
Thank you.